it's perfect. This is like really good cosplay makeup. This shit photographs so nicely in my experience. Like both taking the picture and being behind the camera. Yeah. So enjoy doing your makeup like Sailor Moon. I'll post completed pictures at the end of the video. Doing some Sailor Moon inspired makeup for a photo shoot. And my base is Basin. So I'm going to start with like a serum base foundation. Getting a good even coat on this. So what I did for moisturizer, instead of using my 7-step skincare, I only used my one final occlusive moisturizer. That way makeup doesn't pill up, because I've been having this experience where I've been moisturizing a little too much. So that's just a pro tip. Use your most important one, especially if you're doing makeup for a photo shoot, because that's totally different than just doing your daily makeup. So I guess this could be considered cosplay makeup. Stay tuned. I guess I'll post pictures on my main page, even though this isn't really like the focus of this page. Wow. Now I'm just going to get the extra little bit off. I'm going to put a little extra on some spots that I have. I'm gonna use my mirror for this. Fighting evil by moonlight, never running from a real fight. Oops, my makeup did pill a little with the moisturizer, which is no big deal. Olive. So what I'm doing here is I'm tapping the excess out of where I covered the spot. I'm covering up my under eye bags a little more. I'm going to let that dry out a little. This robe is sweaty. Okay, I think I covered the under eye bag pretty sufficiently. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dry this a little. I'm going to use a spray toner. Whew. Then I'm going to grab a foundation that I don't use really because it's kind of expired, and do my neck. It's a little paler than I need it to be, and that's okay. I just need a foundation on my neck to like pick up the rest. This is a good way to get rid of or actually use expired makeup on your neck. Okay. Now, time for eyeshadow. So this is the hard part, 'cause Sailor Moon's eyeshadow is actually quite simple, complicated. Does this make sense? Looking for a good eyeshadow brush. I think I'm going to use one of these. So I'm going to use a lot of pinks. She has blue eyes. I'm not going to wear contacts, so I'm going to just snap this here. Is that even? So I'm gonna create a shimmer effect. All right, so I went to about the center of the eye. Okay, that's good. That's better, it's more even. Now I'm gonna grab a darker red. I'm going to follow the shape of my eyelid, like so. Fill this in. That is not even, so let's even this out a little. So I'm following and I'm going close to the eyebrow, bringing it in for a dramatic cut crease. The most dramatic cut crease known to man. Like, and I'm going to continue this onto that edge over here. this is perfect. And then I did that using blush. I'm gonna grab a highlighter color and do this intersection. And then I'm going to grab a gold color, do right in the center here to rosy that up and blend that in. I'm going to take this goldish color, do underneath the eye, gently. Do the same thing on the other side, allowing some pink to get underneath that so that it blends beautifully. Grabbing a smaller brush, grabbing some more of that red I was using. I'm doing underneath here. I don't know what this is called, but I know it's in an anatomical thing, and I know that Sailor Moon probably has it. Oh shit, I just smeared makeup on my face. Okay, that's good for now. And I'm going to grab a different color. Well, let's do, my upper lip isn't dry yet, so it isn't time. So I need to dry this, and then while I'm waiting on that to dry, I'm gonna grab this palette, this white, really digging in there, do the inner corner, doing it underneath a little in the inner corner. Perfect. And now I'm going to grab a neutral color palette, e.l.f. Grab this color with about this size brush and do this outer corner here, blending inward into towards the center, underneath where that pink is. Looking like a Neapolitan over here. Grabbing some noir, some black, and some brown at the same time. Tapping that into this corner. Doing the same on the other side. Blending that outwards and upwards. And evening that out. And then this will show up great on camera. This will only be improved by adding eyeliner. So I'm going to grab a lighter shade brown with the dirty brush. And this cut crease. So making the eyes look more dramatic. And grabbing a little of this brown. Doing the under eye. And a little of the noir. Doing the waterline. Beautiful. Now it's time to do eyelashes. Eyebrows. So I'm going to use this palette. Sailor Moon has really cute, delicate eyebrows, so I'm going to grab a light brown, brush my eyebrows up, and do a little dot here, little dot here, evening that out, and not doing the tail. Perfect. And then eyeliner. Going to grab an eyeliner pencil, sharpen that beach. And then do this slightly inner corner section. A little bit where I did that black eyeshadow earlier. And then leaving the brown eyeshadow in that underwater line. The outer corner there. The outer corner there. And water or liquid eyeliner. Like this. Oh, that is wrong. Is that even? Yes. And then continuing that up to here, and then down, and then doing that slight stroke. Perfect. Okay, now mascara time. Actually, it's time for the rest of the face first. My eyes look huge. Huge, I say. Okay, so I'm going to grab a fluffy brush and a neon pink, what's it called? Blush. So I'm going to grab those pinks I used for my eyes earlier. It's light pink. Mixing that with a little bit of a gold highlighter. And going lightly here. I'm starting towards the center of my face instead of the exterior of my face for once because I want it concentrated underneath. I'm going a little for the e-girl look with this, actually. I'm gonna grab the darker red. And then go underneath. And underneath. And upwards. Blending that out. Blending that out. Perfect. And now I'm going to grab this color, a good amount, and then these colors on this brush and sculpt the face very lightly. Sensitive touch. Because remember, I didn't put any powder on the rest of my face yet, so. And then sculpt the nose. And then I'm going to grab a firmer brush and some powder. That's enough powder. That's more than enough. Okay, I'm going to start on my upper lip. Tapping it lightly. Grabbing some more for my forehead. 5 head. Wiping off that extra. Doing a little on my nose. Cause that bitch was shiny. It's perfect. Wow. The only thing that would make this better is putting some lip oil on before I put on lipstick. I love Ipsy. Okay, let me put this extra powder back in here. And now, time to do some highlight action. I'm going to grab this little sparkly color here. Do a light blush. And then contour my nose a little. A little more, I should say. Clean that off. Grab this, use the white and gold. Doing a light dusting over the face. Grabbing a little bit more, a little bit concentrated. Doing a lot there, a lot there, a lot here, a lot here, there, there, and then some up here. And then up there, grabbing some of this. In the center. I'm so pretty. So beautiful. This look even better with the full costume. Imagine this is Sailor Moon. You know what I mean? Styling. Forgot something. Something very glaring. So I'm going to grab some of that brown that I made earlier. The neck area. And then blend that out like a lot. The ear. Then grab some of the setting powder. And then lightly dusting this on, so that it doesn't come off onto my clothes, because it always does. So I don't know why I'm doing this, because it's going to come off onto my clothes anyway. So let's start down here. You know what I mean? Like where the clothing is going to be. Wow. I'm so sweaty that that almost stayed. Okay. All right. Up close, this looks really good. Like if you imagine the Sailor Scout outfit, perfect.